Hello, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever in the world you might be. My name is Ghost Dog, and I am your host. Welcome to the Ghost Dog Show, well, the Haunted Trucking Show, whatever the hell you want to call it. My channel. Anyways, hey, Miss Skinner, how you doing, Manda? Damn, everybody just jumped in here. Who's all in here? Everybody, make sure you hit that thumbs up now. Do it. Do it. It won't hurt. I promise. Anybody catch my earlier show today? I don't know, because it's there and it beckons you. It says, "Hit me, hit me." It's nice and curved, and you just press it, and it makes you go, "Whoo!" Limbo decomposing. I just woke up like an hour ago and saw that you were alive. I just got. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. Now maybe I can speak. It's so. So! Oh my gosh. My lady, I haven't seen you in a long time. Do you still work at KW or did you quit? Or get fired? I don't want to say get fired. You probably quit. You ever. I got a question for you guys. You ever take a knife and just barely scrape the tip of your finger or something like that, but you don't cut it, but it feels like you cut it? I was cutting some meat and I just grazed my fingertip. It's not cut. There's not even a mark there, but it feels like it was cut. Ah, well, tell them I said hello. Limbo disc decomposing. That is what a name. What a name. I like that. Anyways, yeah, I figured I could do a little spirit box. I did a show earlier today. Uh, I'll probably do it again tomorrow or the next day. I'm not exactly sure. Don't hold me to it. But I'll probably do it again. Every once in a while, I love promoting other people's channels, YouTube channels. I know what it's like to struggle and not be noticed, or people not even knowing you're there. You know, and there are quite a few people out there that have small channels and people don't know they're there, but they're actually really good. Sometimes they're better than these multi-million subscribers. So I like to do a little promoting. Don't care if I get credit or not. Doesn't matter to me. It's just getting the word out there. So that's what I did earlier. If you want to catch that show, just look it up. It was only about an hour and a half long. My voice was running out on me. Uh, was cracking up. I wanted to go a little longer, but it is what it is. So tonight I told a friend of mine, I said I might do Spirit Box tonight, and he was like, "Cool." So that's what we're doing right now. We're getting ready to do. Uh, some nights really active, some nights nothing. Just a bunch of BS basically. Okay, what is a Phasmabox? I'm sorry, my brain is still discombobulated. I will. My mother just like me. My mother is just like me with her gift. My entire female bloodline has it. She has some stories about ghosts. Oh wow, that's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. My mom had gifts. She had the extreme gifts. She freaked you out. One of the gifts that was really cool, uh, those scratch off tickets. I could pull 100 scratch off tickets, buy 100 scratch off tickets, turn them upside down so she can't see numbers or anything like that, and tell her to pick one, she always picks a winner. Every single frickin' time. She was good like that. Why is my brain just brain farting today? Also, are you sick? I swear the whole town has gotten sick overnight. I'm not sick. I mean, I'm sick in the head, of course, but I'm not feeling bad. I got the sniffles where my ear pops open, and then you hear me going. I don't want to do it right now because I'll pop it open and then I'll be in trouble. So I don't know what's going on, but otherwise, I honestly, I feel pretty good. I know my voice was cracking earlier because I was talking. It does that every once in a while. Sometimes I could talk for hours on end and not have a problem, and then sometimes only speak for about an hour or two, and then my voice cracks. Like today, for about an hour and a half, and my voice started cracking. All right. Wow, got a lot of people in here tonight. So yeah, so I figure I'd do a spirit box tonight to just see. Usually I do a whole lot later, uh, but I figure I get this out of the way like it's a chore. Ooh, a chore. Yeah, I just want to do it now. So we're gonna see what's going on. Uh, One of the reasons I'm doing this is because I don't know if it was last night. It might have been last night. I was downstairs talking with Colleen, and we heard footsteps, barefooted footsteps in the kitchen, clear as frickin' day. To the point where I looked in there to see if maybe it was one of the dogs, because I know there was no people in there. The light was off. There was nobody in there, and to get in there, you have to go by us. Well, nobody. I was the last one in the kitchen, so I know for a fact there was nobody in that kitchen, and but yet we heard it clear as frickin' day. You could hear footsteps on that wood, barefoot. You know how it kind of makes that slapping sound. So that's what we had going on, and I figure why not? I'll give it a shot, see what's in there. Now let me explain exactly what this Phasmabox is. Basically, in all intents and purposes, it is nothing more than an SB7. Now, what is an SB7? Well, an SB7 is an SB7 spirit box. And this is basically what it looks like. This is an SB7. The only difference, basically a few differences between this device and what you're seeing on the computer is that this will go and it will drive you nuts because it's loud, and after 30 40 minutes of it you turn it off and you can't hear anything. It's just really deafening. Second, well, that's the majority of it. So the Phasmabox is basically set up the exact same way. Now, why is this Phasmabox different from an app that you could get on any smartphone? Well, first of all, this is not an app. This is a program. This was designed, built, and used by uh, ghost hunters in the field. This has no word bank. This is not a pre-programmable word bank setup. This is not run on a word bank whatsoever. A lot of most of your apps, well, probably 99% of the apps, the ghost apps you get, are word banked, programmed, which means it will spit out words whether there's something there or not. And that's why I really don't trust apps. Now, there are some really good ones out there. And if you listen to some of these people that, got videos on there, it does very, very closely answer questions asked in the show pertaining to the area that they're in or what the history of the show or history of the place is about. Is that word bank filling that in? I don't know. It's just the fact that it has a word bank in it is what bothers me. This is my professional opinion. I've used spirit boxes in apps and stuff like that, and I'm very uncomfortable with uh, ghost apps, and because like I said, they all have word banks in it. Phasmabox does not have a word bank. Again, like I said, it is a program. It was built, designed, and used by fellow ghost hunters, very popular ones at that. How does it work then? Well, it works like the SB7. This uses that that every is actually a change of a channel of going up and down the frequencies. It'll start at one band and it'll just go all the way up the numbers and whatnot. Basically, this is nothing but a radio. It's all it is. You can actually, if you can actually lock it in and dial in, see your local radio station, find their channel number. I could I could push it up until it gets to that, and guess what? I'm playing a radio. That's what that is. That's how a spirit box generally works. And but when you put it speed forward, it'll jump through the channels, and it'll jump through like 10 channels in a second. And so you hear the between the changes, and you can go very fast. So it goes a lot more channels in between spaces and stuff like that, or it could go really slow. That's what this Phasmabox does. It actually, when I turn it on, you will see it looking for radio stations. And once it gets it, it'll use it like a spirit box. Except this one, you can't lock it into a radio station, where I could do it with this one. It's constantly rotating through the radio stations and grabbing little tidbits. That's why if you're playing it in forward language, because there's a reverse, if you play it in forward, you'll actually hear radio stations in there. They're short blips because it's constantly changing. It doesn't stay in that channel. It doesn't lock onto a frequency once somebody starts talking. No, it will move on. So that's why you only hear the little blips here and there. Like the SB7 or SB11, talk box and all that stuff, spirit boxes basically, you can play this in reverse. So everything that is being said is backwards. So technically, you should not understand anything the spirit box, the spirit boxes or the Phasmabox says, because it's playing backwards. Note, and I will say this, there are some words that can be said forward and said backwards and still say the same, sound the same thing. Example, level. What does level sound like if it's spoken backwards? Level. So there are that, but it's very rare. There's a fancy word for it and everything else. I can't remember anymore. So if you're playing backwards, it's going through a whole bunch of radio stations real quickly. You just shouldn't be able to understand anything, much less. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. You might pick up a word or two, but that's it. But you shouldn't be able to understand that word, much less a whole entire sentence in the same voice. Because if it goes more than 2 words, you got to remember, it's switching. So you could probably get 2 words in, 2 or 3 words in from a radio station before it changes to another frequency. So if you get a full sentence, more than 2 or 3 words, that's where the fun comes in. That's where the paranormal comes in. The unknown comes in. I have example, and one of the best examples I have is actually on my Twitter of something I did one night on a Phasmabox. Not only did I get a full sentence in one voice from the same voice, it actually paused, and then 2 seconds later, it continued its sentence or its thoughts. It was like, basically what it says, I'm thinking about writing my daughter. And then it kind of pauses, like it's thinking what to say next. And then a second or two later, maybe I should write her something. Same voice, same accent. That's nearly impossible. So you're not going to get that on a radio station, playing backwards. So that's why most spirit hunters, enthusiasts, anybody in the paranormal field likes spirit boxes, because we know how they work, and if they got it set correctly and they get something through it, we already know. We done debunked it. We know how the equipment works. It shouldn't have to. It should not work. Should not get anything on these things, but we do. Now, am I going to say, "Oh, that's a spirit"? No. Nobody can say that. You can never be 100% sure and say, "Oh, that was a spirit. That was a ghost." No. No, I can't do that. Nobody knows. That's why I see these people out there and say they're professional ghost hunters. No, they're not. The only way you're going to be a professional ghost hunter is you better be dead. Because only a dead person will know that came back to life can say what ghosts are like. It's all theories. It's all guesswork. It's all scientific stuff. You know, measuring and calculating and stuff like that, and repeating and whatnot. That's what paranormal world is. It's the unknown. It's the unknown. You know, anything's possible in this world. Anything. And paranormal, right in that same category. Anything's possible. So take what you want from this. Believe it, don't believe it. That's not the point. The point is, I'm doing this. We might get something. Now, every once in a while, I'll have people in there want to talk to a lost one, lost relative, friends, or something like that. I try not to ask the name of the relative that they're looking for, but I will name you and say, "Hey, John Boy is looking for his grandfather. If there's a grandfather out there that knows John Boy, can you say something?" This is where you get validation. One, the person, John Boy, if his grandfather really is there and it does say something, only John Boy is going to know that voice. And it does happen quite a bit where people are looking for something and the host is calling out to the spirit world in the afterlife, asking for a specific person to come forward and say something. Unless that host knows what that afterlife spirit is supposed to sound like, the only person who's going to know it is the person that's looking. And trust me, I get big smiles on my face when somebody comes back and says, "That was my dad. That was my dad. That was my mom. That was my uncle. I know his voice or her voice anywhere. That I know his attitude, the way he remarks." Because it might not be his voice, but it might be the way he says something or she says something. So you get validations like that. Other validations, if you ask a specific question and get a specific answer, usually within a minute, sometimes a lot faster, but usually within a minute, you get an answer to the specific question you asked, and the answer comes back that is to that question. Again, possible validation. Now, why am I doing this in a desk instead of a cemetery or a haunted place or something really creepy and whatnot? Well, one, I'm on my computer. I'm not picking up 100 pounds of computer equipment and hauling it out to the cemetery. Two, it was my stupid fault. I should have put it on my laptop, but I didn't. I was so excited to get this program in the first place because somebody actually bought this for me as a gift. Because it's expensive. It's a $20 investment. And you best better make sure you put it on the right equipment. It will go onto laptops. Laptops and computers is generally the only devices they can go on. Unless you have a tablet or an iPad or something that has so many gigabytes or so many RAMs. I think it's got to have like 4 RAMs, 8 RAMs to load this program. It's a big program. So that's why. Second, this particular home that I am does have spirits in it. It has been verified by people that didn't even know we had spirits in here and actually seen them. I've heard it. Everybody in the house has heard audible, disembodied, audible voices to the point one time I ran downstairs thinking one of the girls were hurt, and here come to find out the girls weren't even in the house. All of them were gone. But yet I heard a young lady crying or laughing downstairs. It's clear as freaking day. And like I said, it took me out of my room to go say, hey, what's going on? We've had paranormal activity, poltergeist activity where things have been moved, slammed, knocked, tapping, thrown, water faucets turned on and off, all kinds of stuff. We've seen orbs in this house, left and right. Matter of fact, if you go back into my later stuff, you'll see one that's called Splashing Orb. You'll see all the orbs that I've caught. A couple of them I did debunk later on, but I was going to go back and redo the video. But the majority of them, yeah, they're real. We see shadow figures in here all the freaking time. The dogs will freak out. Matter of fact, one of the cool stories we have is we have a husky. It actually belonged to a gentleman named John. It was Colleen's brother. He passed in his early 30s. He just passed. Really unexpected, just out of the blue. He passed. But he loved that dog. That dog loved him. And John would, because he was iller in life, he would walk from his room to the bathroom all the time, maybe 100 times a day. And Winnie, the female husky, would sit by the bathroom door and watch John, see him coming, do this, follow him. And if she was backwards, she'll do this, kind of like twisting her head and looking into the bathroom, following John. Well, we've seen her 2 times do that, and there's nobody there. Nobody in the bathroom, nobody in the hallway. You could see her tracking somebody, and even to the point where she twisted her head to keep focused on whatever she was looking at. We've seen flashes in the bathroom, not the electrical work. It's in the middle of the room. So yeah, this is one of the reasons why I do this in this house. We have a little girl spirit, we have an old man spirit, and there may be 1 or 2 more spirits. We're not exactly sure, but we do definitely know about those 2. So that's why I had the Phasmabox in the house. We do have it on a computer, on a different computer. So when we get the car fixed and running, we'll go out and use it then, and you'll see it being used here. So otherwise, this is what I have. This is not a game. This is not a toy. This is not something you do for fun. You have to take this seriously. This is not a joke. If you think this is a game, be careful or just leave. I'm not be disappointed. This does open portables to other worlds. This does open channels for spirits to come through. That's why anybody using Spirit Box should say some kind of protection prayer or a prayer before it, and then close it with a prayer. Okay? Don't take this lightly. Anybody using a Phasmabox, the ones that usually get in trouble, are the ones that think it's a game. Okay? So, but I can't tell you what to do. You're your own person. I would suggest, if you hear some words, you heard that word, no misconception, no, oh, it might have been. I always ask you guys to put it in the chat, because I'll miss some words where you guys will pick it up, and if you hear it, I'll run off of it. Like someone says, brick wall, and I didn't hear it. When I look at the chat, someone's got in there, brick wall. And to make it easier, just put an asterisk and brick wall. You don't have to say, hey, the spirit said brick wall. You don't have to put all that. Just make it real quick. I'll know you're talking about a spirit word that you heard or sentence. And then I will turn around and say, who's the one talking about a brick wall? What is it about the brick wall that you want us to know? See what I'm saying? That's how I run off of it. Am I a psychic or a medium or any of that crap? I don't know. I really don't. I know I have gifts. I know some gifts. I actually don't think of them as gifts. I think of them as curses. Honestly, I think it's a curse. I wish I could not do what I could do. And that's why I don't go out there and try to make money off of it or anything like this. This is not making money. This is just something I feel I want to do tonight, and so I'm going to do it. Now, as far as donations, that's up to you guys. I don't care. Not expected, much appreciated, as a lot of people would say. So with that, I am going to open up with a prayer. If you're not Christian, it doesn't bother me. hear the words and do with what you want with it. If you have any lucky or protection stones, teddy bears, totem poles, fishing pole, something that you feel that protects you, I would highly suggest you go get it and keep it with you. Okay? So, uh, and if you feel weird, something really strange starts happening, let me know immediately because I will shut it down. I've had a couple instances where things were happening to the audience. Yes, just because it's here doesn't mean it can't affect you there. Absolutely can affect you there, especially if you're ill, you're not strong, your energy's not strong enough. It'll just kind of like do a reverse turn off the screen, off my speakers into your speakers and right into you. I know it sounds funny. I agree with you 100%. It's like, how is this even possible? You know, you're hundreds of miles away from me. How can a spirit affect me all the way over here when you're over there? Don't ask me how. Paranormal world. But it does happen. I've actually had people had to shut down a show because of the fact that somebody's stuff started flying off their walls. And they never had that happen. And stuff started flying off the walls and stuff like that. And it actually involved a young child that was there, a good friend of mine from years ago. And when she was a child, she was watching the show and she said, "My dolls are moving." And I believed her. I believed her. And when it comes to children, I'm very protective. So I shut that show down immediately. I had just a few shows ago where I got attacked. And I mean I got attacked big time. I had to shut the show down and get cleansed. It was just the weirdest thing I've ever felt in my life. I talked to friends about it and they said I wasn't exactly attacked, but it was like somebody was pushing me, but it wasn't physically hurting me yet, if that makes sense. I don't know. So, all right. So let me welcome everybody in. Natalie, Miss Donna, Colleen. Hey, Colleen. Soul's in here somewhere. Miss Amanda's in here. I know we got a few people. Again, make sure you hit that likes up. All right, folks. If you got, I think I give you enough time to grab whatever protection you think you want. I'm going to make it real simple. I asked the big guy upstairs to watch over us, watch over my friends and my listeners, and myself and my family. We are out to speak with the afterlife, the unknown, and the people that have passed. We only want to talk to the good spirits with positive energy and loving energy. We're not here to hurt them, harm them, or make them do anything we don't want to do. We just wish to communicate. Any evil, ill will presences are not allowed to come forward. And I ban you on that in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. That's it. All right, now let me show you what I'm going to do here. As you can see, there's an on and off button. There's a radio on and off. There's a Latin. Don't ask me why. It's on there. And there's a reverse on and a reverse off. This here, it just throws a whole bunch of numbers. I have no idea. This is where actually you'll see it jumping if there's something there. You'll see the gauges kind of move a little bit, and this is the actual time, central time, whatnot. Now, when I turn it on, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the reverse off, or I'm going to actually turn the reverse on, so everything comes out backwards, because it's early in the day. There's going to be a lot of radio stations doing a lot of talking, and that's all we're going to get is just radio chatter, and I don't like that. So that's what I'm going to do. Here we go. Like I said, watch the screen. You'll actually see it where it says it's looking for radio stations. It's just gathering all the radio stations in the area. I am going to mute it right away so I can tell the spirits what's going on, and then I'll unmute it and let it go from there as soon as it's ready to go. We got 5 stations so far.
Reverse mode activated.
Okay, Okay, it is muted right now. Hello, spirit world. My name is Ghost Dog. I'm not here to hurt you, harm you, or make you do anything you don't want to do. I just wish to communicate with you. If those are any out there that need to help, have questions, or know anybody that's in my chat, call them out by their name. They will know it. They will hear your voice. Use this device as a vocal point. I'm giving you a voice through this communication device that I'm using. All you have to do is speak. Do you understand? Again, let me emphasize this is playing backwards. So anything you hear should be backwards. You shouldn't understand it. Help? Who needs help out there? What's your name? I heard what appears to be a younger lady asking for help. What do you need help with? I need you to speak loud and clear. Use your energy. Do you want to speak with us tonight? Are you okay with that? What did that say? Again, if you could please speak loud and clear. I believe that. What do you believe in? I know you spirits might be tired of asking that or hearing this, but can you say my name? Yeah? Can you say it, please? Hello? Who are you? Did you hear that? It said people around me. Who's around you? Manipulate the frequencies. It's playing it backwards. May I ask you, are you male or female? All are welcome that come with goodwill, love, and peace. All are welcome to come forward and speak with us. Use this device as a voice. I have quite a few people out here that would love to hear something. Do you know any of them? Can you name their names? Can you say that again? I thought it said Amanda. Mom? We got quite a few mothers in this chat. Can you be more specific, please? Which of these ladies that are mothers are you trying to talk to? What's their name? What's their name? Are you still there? Is there anyone in the chat you're trying to reach out to? Colleen, I'm asking you, Colleen, did you just feel a really deep vibration? Or hear a really deep vibration? Oh, I heard it up here. It vibrated in my ears. It was really deep. Was that one of you spirits with that really deep vibration? No, no, no. This wasn't a car radio. I know what that sounds. This was to the point it actually vibrated in my ear, my headset. Now you're getting it. Try a little harder. How many spirits do we have with us right tonight? We don't have what? What is it that you don't have? I'm trying to. Did you hear that once where it says, figure it out? I'm trying to. That's why I'm asking questions. You think this is funny? Laugh for me if you think this is funny. Now, on the downside of this, folks, it usually takes them a little bit to get warmed up. But once they start talking, you can't shut them up until they all get tired. Anybody on the other side thirsty? Would you like something to drink? Now, the reason I'm asking a whole bunch of questions is because you want to be broad at first because there's nothing specific I'm looking for. So if you ask a whole bunch of questions, broad questions, you might actually catch on to something you want to talk about. They want to talk about. Yep. Oh, cute kitty kitty. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Any spirits out there? Anybody from the afterlife want to speak to us? Yes or no? Sorry, I got the mic up. I don't want to crunch your guys' ears. Oh, Spirit, you're welcome to come forward. I know it takes time to get yourself cleaned up and get dust all that dirt off of you. Maybe comb your hair. But I got a lot of people in here tonight. A lot more than I usually do. Do you know any of them? Can you name them by their names, please? If anybody hears a name out there, let me know, all right? Like I said, I don't hear everything, only the really clear stuff. My hearing ain't as good as it used to be. What do you expect when you get old, right? Can you please speak with us? Okay, that was cool. I have no idea what it said. but it was the same voice speaking in two different sessions. If there are any spirits from the afterlife that is physically here, can you say yes? I need you to hear the word yes so I can ask you other questions, please. The reason I ask this is because a lot of this stuff that you're hearing could be residual. Can you say the word yes? Or how many fingers am I holding up? Can you tell me how many fingers I'm holding up? If you can see me, how many fingers am I holding up right now? Use your energy. Another thing you got to be aware of, it isn't like the TV show where you ask a question and it answers immediately. That very rarely happens, folks. Ruin your life? Ruin whose life? Or is it ruining your life? Why do you think I'm ruining my life? Who's ruining their life? Who's speaking? Come on, spirits. You want to be famous. Now's your time. You want to say something. I know people don't give you that many chances. I'm giving you a voice. Please use it. Take advantage of it. What was that question? Did anybody hear what that lady said? She actually asked a question and I didn't hear it. Can you ask that again, please? It's actually kind of quiet for this time of night. You figure it'd be a lot more active. Colleen wants to know, do you folks take our energy? Yep. There's your answer. She said, "Yep." So you do use the living's energy for your purposes, correct? Is that a yes? Well, we already knew that answer, Colleen. Sounds like we have a female with us. Can you come forward and talk with us? One of, one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight is what do you think of the world as it is now? What do you think about the stuff happening in the world? Do you have any opinions about what's happening in the world now? I am you. That was a weird voice.
With team or playoff back.
Who are you looking for? What was the name of the person you're looking for? I want to say, where's Colleen at? But I'm not sure. Can you say the name of the person you're looking for? Wow, that one was loud. I am asking that. Well, hi. Hey, man. How you doing, man? I haven't heard you in a long time. How you doing, sir? Is this the gentleman that was stabbed? Again, I come to you with peace, love, and respect. I heard the last part say dog. I don't know if it said ghost dog or not. Can you say that again? Are you asking about our dogs?
Can someone go?
Do you know their names?
Only that conversation.
Again, I'm going to ask you, how many spirits do we have here right now? How many of you are here? Give me a number, if you can, please. Yeah, I can see you. See, it takes a while sometimes for them to actually answer the question. I know where that answer came from. It was from when I asked a few minutes ago, can they see us? And you just heard them say, yeah, I can see you. Well, that's fantastic. If you still can see me, how many fingers do I have up? It's the same amount as I did last time. Give me a number. A lot of females tonight. We haven't heard from that little girl spirit that roams this house. Are you out there? How about that little girl that usually hangs around the house? Are you out there? Can you come forward and speak to us?
All the time.
What was that? One of my subscribers wants to ask, can you communicate with a haunted doll? And does it have to be haunted? Can it be just a regular doll? Man, my energy is draining fast. Are you are you using my energy? Same person, same subscriber that asked about the haunted dolls. Can you tell me the name of her doll? Are you using my energy right now?
At least make now.
What is draining me right now? I'm I'm telling you folks, I am fading fast. I'm getting very sleepy. Who's using my energy? In the name of Jesus, I command you to tell me who is using my energy. What's your name?
No back shirts. Spark.
Again, folks, sorry about that. I just don't want to be crunching in your ears.
Keeps win. Phil.
You're going to miss your opportunity to speak with us. People are leaving. Ooh. Ooh, the hairs on my arm. I'm getting goosebumps. It's like a chill just went over me.
Take it off.
Are you standing by me? Can you move something near me? I'm still thinking about that very low pitch hum. It was really low. I mean, not only could I hear it and feel it in my ears, I could feel it in my body. Was that one of the spirits that did that? Instead of the word spirit, what do you like to be called? What would you prefer to be called? I've always wondered that. Do spirits like being called spirits? Or do they like to be called something else? Y'all got about 30 minutes. I'm going to shut this down if you're not going to start talking to us. That's a really good question. How do you see the world in the afterlife? How do you see the world in the afterlife? And was it this? Is it the same? Is it the same as it was when you were living?
The old brain from
Surreal?
usually total.
Did you hear that? It said surreal. That's a unique word, unique answer. Surreal. What was that? Is there anybody here? Come on. Please, can you come forward and speak with us? I'm giving you a voice.
Hashtag love my.
Well, now you're starting to talk. Hello. What would you like to talk about tonight? We got robots in here? We will invade you. We will conquer your world. Any of you Afterlife people have jokes? I like jokes. Can you tell me a joke? And don't tell me to look in the mirror.
Fixating the fan.
I like the fact that something said, it was a gentleman that said something, and the lady said, "Don't be rude." Be rude. It won't affect me. I won't be phased. You're talking to an old truck driver here. Did you hear that? Dun dun. Y'all regular comedians tonight. Just like my subscribers right now, you're starting to lose me. We have any jokers in the house tonight? Hello? Anybody out there?
$6.40.
640. It's not 640. How did you pass? How did you die?
Barely on business.
Well, that's some basic questions, usually ones that are always asked. Is there such thing as a heaven? Is there such thing as heaven? are you in limbo?
Well, Francis.
I know your energy, your soul, doesn't disappear after the body dies because energy can't be destroyed. So where do you go? Where is it that you go? Including myself, are there any relative spirits lingering in this household? It's like talking to my ex-girlfriend. I get ask and ask and ask and don't say a word. The spirit just laughed. You want to say that again? Because I know I did not hear what I just heard. What do you think about us paranormal investigators, enthusiasts, and hunters? I can't think right now. I can't think. I started the show not able to think correctly. And it isn't like my brain's melted. It was actually kind of nice today. Am I just tired? I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. Is there a big energy shift coming in the future? There is. There is a big energy shift gonna happen soon. I feel as there is. Like something about to give. Something concern. Should we be concerned about it? Should we be concerned about an energy shift that is coming? Those in the afterlife, if you come forward and answer my question immediately, I would greatly appreciate it. That's the second time I heard mom. Who is it in particular that you're looking for that is a mother? I have quite a few mothers in this chat right now. Can you give me her name? I gotta wake up, folks. I am really. And as soon as I shut the spirit box down, I'm good again.
Took a walk.
Wow, I just cannot focus. Are one of you affecting me?
Yeah, Lisa.
$7.
Got about 5 more minutes, folks. I gotta shut this down. I'm just freaking wiped.
Cash and ladder.
I think I'm about ready to go to bed. And it's only what, 9:30 at night. Now my eyes are bothering me. Okay, spirit world. I think I am gonna let you go because I'm literally white. I can't even talk. If I feel a little bit better later tonight, maybe I'll do a real late night spirit box, see if anybody comes back. Until then, I think I'm just going to shut this down for right now. I ask that all spirits please go back to where you came from. I thank you for coming forward and speaking with us. Now you must return to where you were. You're not allowed to stay here, attach yourself to me, myself, my family, or any of my friends that are online. You must return to where you came from. We greatly appreciate you being here. Sorry, Canadian Witch. I'm just drained. Unless you can give me some energy, I am literally drained. I can't even think straight. Uh, if there are any spirits out there that need help, I just ask you to look around yourself, look for a bright white light. I am projecting a huge white light. Look for the white light. Go into the white light. There's nothing but love, peace there for you. You are welcome to go into the light. I ask you to go into the light if you need help. All your answers and your concerns will be answered. Just go into the white light. You have nothing to be in fear of. In the name of the Lord Jesus and the greater spirits beyond. Amen. I'm sorry about that, folks. I'm wiped. I am literally. I'm wiped. The thing is, I started the show kind of wiped. I was fine. I was fine setting up the computer, setting up the show, and then when I turned it on and I knew this was on, I had the Phasmabox already up. Generally, I don't pull it up until I already started the show. Oh, I'm breathing fine. I don't feel anything. I'm actually very well. It's just I'm just drained. It isn't like it's hot here or anything. Actually, I'm thinking about putting a long shirt on. It's kind of cool. Turn the fans down. But geez, you guys ever had that happen? Any of those that ever done spirit boxes before, have you ever had that happen where you're just wiped? You just get wiped out for no reason? Shut the door. You have Canadian. Yeah, it's incredible how that works. You know, I mean, I do get drained every spirit box I ever do, but not like this, where it actually drained me before I even got the show started, and that's really really unusual. Uh, I don't, I don't know, man. I want to do something, but I can't even think straight. Just come back later tonight, you say. All right, then that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to take me a nap, and I will come back. I apologize for not having a longer show. I was on here for an hour and a half, so we'll do that. We'll just call it a night, and or call it for right now, and then later in the night. Because normally, it doesn't mean it's designed to be only working at night, but normally it does work better in the evening, in the early hours, like 2 or 3, what they allegedly call witching hour and stuff like that. We did get some really good responses here and there, but if you guys want to ever hear the best response, matter of fact, I'll bring it over here to show you guys why I still got you on here. This is from stop it.
Write something.
This is from a spirit box session I did a few months ago, and what you're going to hear is one of the real weird things you'll ever hear in your life. I mean, it was just the coolest response. It wasn't even a response. It was literally just talking, and like I said, it's in reverse, as you can see. It's not reverb, it's reverse, which means everything that comes in that's catching should come backwards. You should not understand it. You might get a word or two, but to get a full sentence, and then 2 3 seconds later get another sentence from the exact same spirit, that's wicked. And here's what I got.
I was thinking, daughter.
Why can't you hear it? Hold up a second. What's going on here? Okay, now let's try this. Why is it shutting off on me?
I was thinking, daughter. Write something. You girl.
Y'all hear that?
I was thinking, daughter. Write something. You girl.
Now, I'm going to tell you what's really cool. I didn't notice this before until actually tonight, and I've showed this a million times. This particular night, I had my other camera on, watching the Cambridge K2 meter. I have two. They're just simply little simple boxes and whatnot, and when you get close enough, they'll light up and stuff like that. It needs energy. When they get close, it'll just light up, you know. And otherwise, they don't do nothing. They don't make sounds. They don't do anything. They just light up. Well, if you notice in the screen, this little blue light, this little light right here. Pay attention to this. When it speaks, it flashes. And when it's not speaking, it doesn't do anything. And when it speaks again, it starts flashing again. So pay attention to this little blue light right here.
I was thinking, daughter. Write something.
The girl here.
Isn't that wicked? I didn't notice this until literally today.
I was thinking, daughter. Write something.
The girl here.
Isn't that wicked? Yeah, that's what I said. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So whatever energy that particular night was able to do this and do it twice, because like I said, you hear it says thinking about writing my daughter, and then it's like it took a minute to think of what else to say to finish the sentence, and then it comes back again. Like I said, if this was a radio frequency, it is coming off. It's using energy from radio frequencies. We know that. That's just a given. That's how these devices work. But you got to remember, it's being chopped up, and it's running through a whole bunch of stations very quickly at a very fast span. So you're not going to get the same voice. You might pick up radio clutter, but you're not going to get a full sentence, a coherent sentence using these devices. Second, it's in reverse. You should not understand a single word it is saying. It's in reverse. Everything that's said, audio-wise, is coming out backwards. So you got a full sentence, a coherent sentence, an intelligent sentence, and you even can feel the pause, like when talking to somebody and they take a break to think of what they're going to say next, and he comes back and says it again. It says more to finish, and it has everything to do with the very first thing he was saying. And that's another thing. He's thinking about writing his daughter. He was thinking something about his daughter, and then, I gotta listen again, and then the second one is, maybe I should write her something. You hear, write her something. Again, listen, and also pay attention to this blue light. It's just freaky. That's how much energy was in this room, that when it was speaking, it was actually activating one of these lights.
I was thinking, daughter.
So he's thinking about his daughter, and then he stops. That's his words. I'm thinking about my daughter. I'm thinking about my daughter. And then he takes a minute, thinks about it, and then continues with this.
Write something.
The girl here.
I was thinking, daughter. Write something.
The girl here.
It's mind-blowing, mind-boggling what I caught that night. And the fact that, oh, there's more to it. I actually loaded this on my TikTok, and on my TikTok I had that, what do they call it, the sensor thingy, whatever. It prints out what it hears. It writes it out for you. There is more to this catch than what you're hearing, especially on the second part. There's a longer, and it all makes sense. It's like his voice starts changing up or something, and you can kind of hear it, but I can't quite make it out. But if you watch the print, the content creator or whatever it's called, uh, on my TikTok, you can actually see it write out the full sentence of what it's saying, and it's mind-boggling. But yeah, you guys want to check that out, dissect it, listen to it, slow it down, speed it up, whatever you want. It's on my Twitter. You're more than welcome to have fun. I'd be interested if you guys do catch more. But yeah, so, but like I said, this light here, I never noticed it before until I watched it tonight, and it was getting ready to put this up. And oh, I know why I did this, because I sent it to Nick Groff, and I wanted him to take a listen to it, so get his opinion on it. But yeah, so that was that. And like I said, it's right now you can, well, let's see. Yeah, it's right here, right at top, so you don't even have to worry about it. Well, actually, it's the second one. So go in there, check it out. You might be impressed. It is a great find. It's one of the cool ones. And again, I thank Eddie and Jen for this. If it wasn't for Eddie and Jen, I wouldn't have this program and everything else like that. Now, you think that was impressive? You ought to listen. You got. I hate. Well, it isn't. I hate. I know it sounds like I'm constantly promoting him, but it isn't really so much as a promotion as to acknowledging the fact that you guys really want to hear some really cool EVPs and spirit box sessions. You got to check out Eddie and Jen, because Eddie has got so much energy, so much love. Spirits are attracted to him like flies on honey. They literally, and we're talking intelligent responses and very quick responses, not responses like I get sometimes where it'll take a minute or two, up to about 5 minutes, that they finally answer a question I asked 5 minutes earlier. Yeah, he is really, really good. I have not yet watched a single spirit box session that he has not had a slow night, or he has a slow night. It's just, they're all like waiting for him. It's like, dude, hurry up. I've even heard on my spirit boxes, and they know I know Eddie very well. They'll ask, "Where's Eddie? We want to talk to Eddie. Where's Eddie?" Yeah, I've had spirit box like that. Even downstairs, Colleen's had it happen to her, where spirits know we know Eddie, and they were asking us, "Where is he? We want to talk." You know, so Eddie and Jen, definitely check them out. And it's Eddie and Jen's. Anybody got that link real quick to them? I don't even know where the hell they're at. Let's see if I can find them real quick. Somebody will probably beat me to it, like you guys always do. Okay, here it is. I got it. Yeah, for those folks that want to listen to some EVPs or EVPs, well, they do go out. They consider themselves paranormal enthusiasts, not hunters or investigators, enthusiasts, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful family. And you're ever feeling down, dude, check him out, because he's going to lift your spirits. He's definitely a spirit lifter. But the live shows where he's doing actual spirit box sessions, you're just going to be awed from the beginning to the end. It's amazing how the spirits communicate with him and want to communicate with him. And like I said, it isn't delayed answers. He gets immediate responses. Every freaking show. Like I said, I've watched so many spirit box sessions of his that I can honestly say he has never had a slow night. He just hasn't had one to this day. And he's moved in 2 different places that I know of, 3 different places, and he gets the same response. So the spirits are definitely there, definitely following him or whatever, and they definitely respond to him. I'll I was kind of hoping he'd pop up tonight. I was going to pull up my Zoom and get him talking, because if I get Eddie over here, oh, these spirits come flowing then. They just fly. You want spirits to talk? You want to have a successful spirit box session? If you know Eddie, get him up there on that live. You're going to have fun. You are going to have fun. Am I right, Amanda? Am I right, Canadian Witch? You are going to have a blast. I love the guy, and it's just crazy how good he is, how much energy he pulls in, he puts out to attract the spirits. Mine has been diminishing for a couple of years now, because simple fact, I'm my mind and body is just defeating itself, because I can't do things I want to do, and I'm just kind of like wasting away. But thank God to Eddie and Jen and quite a few other people, Natalie, Colleen, the whole 9 yards, chipping in, helping out with the car. We almost got the car fixed. We're gonna get that thing started. We're gonna get the thing started. We got it ordered. It'll be here on the 3rd or the 7th. Can't even exactly remember, but it's coming. So I'm looking forward to that. Maybe my energy will pop back up. But yeah, I did a little promotion show, YouTube channel promoting earlier today. If you want to catch that, it's about an hour and a half long. See who I put out there so people can check them out. And it's just helping each other. It's what it is. I love helping out people if I absolutely can, and that's what I'm doing with that. What I did with that. I love doing that stuff. I'll do a lot more. Probably do one here in the next couple days, because there's a lot of people out there. And like Eddie said, he came on kind of late towards the end of the show, and he put his word out there, and asking for, hey, tubers, come on out. There's a lot of people out here that want their show promoted, because they're just not heard. You don't see them and don't know anything about them, because when you post in like ghosts and whatnot, who pops up first? All these quote unquote professional ghost hunters. They're not professional. There is no such thing as a professional ghost hunter unless they're dead. Then I'll call them professional, but well studied. Let's just put it that way. But they're not professionals. Yeah. So, all right, folks. With that, I am going to get my ass out of here. Again, stay tuned. Turn your notifications on. I might pop in early in the morning, like 1, 2 o'clock my time, around the alleged witching hour. And until then, I want you all to stay safe, stay blessed, definitely keep it between the lines. This old man's out of here. Love